Fare bene Figura. Make a good impression. Be a sharp-dressed man. Hi, my name's Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training. And in business today, people judge us immediately based on how we're dressed before we even get to say one word. Unfair? Yep. I run my own soft skills corporate training business in Tokyo. Every day I carefully choose my clothes to determine that so important first impression. How do you handle it? This day I had an executive coaching session, and later that evening an excellent kaiseki dinner with a happy client at Tonami Restaurant in Kagurazaka near Iidabashi Station. We delivered the leadership training for managers course to his top leaders, grooming one of them to become his successor. I first met this CEO at the American Chamber New Year party at the Tokyo American Club in Azabudai. I had been there trying to find new clients for hours. My feet were getting tired, and I was thinking about heading home. I happened to bump into the CEO as I was heading for the door, and we had a brief chat. Of course, I followed up, and we met over lunch for a discussion on what he needed. After we delivered the training, he invited me and the trainer to dinner, so I needed to look very sharp and approachable. I chose my custom single-breasted navy chalk stripe suit with notched lapels, flat pockets, side vents, double cuffs, and over-the-calf navy socks. The blue and black alternating striped shirt with French cuffs was custom, with fabric from Lanvin. The collar stays were horn from Kirby Allison. The light blue pocket square from Paul Stewart. My handmade Italian navy and white broad striped shantung tie from Rampley & Co. in London, tied with a dimple in a four-in-hand because the shantung silk is so thick a double Windsor is out of the question. This was an experiment to see how the rough shantung silk would pair with a chalk striped suit. The rougher texture in the suit and the tie is close, and I thought it would be a good match, and I believe it worked. What do you think? You might be thinking, that is a lot of stripes, starting with the shirt, suit, and tie. Don't forget the cufflinks, which were navy with mother-of-pearl stripes, so even more stripes in this ensemble. This exercise was an example of layering with stripes, starting with the shirt stripe being the narrowest width, followed by the width of the chalk striped suit, and finally the very broad stripe in the tie. In this way, the stripes did not compete or create chaos with each other. The secret was to start from narrow and gradually go wider. The silver corporate badge from Dale Carnegie, the pen was my black and gold Mont Blanc, the business card holder from Lanvin, the watch my vintage 24mm gold Cartier Tank Française with a black nubuck alligator strap. The high shine shoes were Polini derbies with a wingtip design and a decorative medallion. I have a lot of wingtip designs for my Polini shoes, and this is simply explained. When I was younger and buying shoes earlier in my career, I thought Italian shoes were very sophisticated. Mitchell Ogilvie from Ogilvie's in Brisbane introduced me to the brand. I had no idea about classic men's clothing, so when I started work at JLW, Mitch was my guide on what I needed to look professional. I stuck with Polini's, buying more whenever I visited Italy. At that time, I didn't know what I was doing, so I found plain Oxfords very boring. I didn't have any knowledge of shoes then, so I didn't distinguish between the formality of Oxfords and the more casual nature of derbies with a lot of broguing. Australia, and Brisbane in particular, are casual societies, so formality wasn't high on my list of priorities. We had a leadership training for managers public class taking place in the Mochizuki room this day, so we headed outside for this shot outside my office in Akasaka. How can you become a leader people actually want to follow? How can you become the leader whose team gets results? Do-it-yourself trial and error, waste time and resources. There's a perfect solution for you at Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training. More details about us with this video.